Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to our lecturer and my fellow friends. Today our group will present about the important topic, which is impulsive spending behavior and its effect on budgeting among young people. So I would like to explain about that, and let us to introduce our group. Okay, we go to the introduction. Okay, in this modern era, technology is growing very fast. So, with e-commerce and digital payment like TNG, GrabPay, ShopeePay, Shopee has become easier and convenient. However, this shift from traditional to modern spending has created a new problem, which is impulsive buying. What is impulsive buying? Impulsive buying, based on the Yelizaveta 2025, that's meaning impulsive spending is unplanned buying. The second is, according to the Baumista 2002, impulsive buying refer individual making purchase without initial intention and long-term goals. The impulsive buying is a negative impact, because we can see the trend of rising debt among the young household in Malaysia. When people fail to follow a budget, they lose their saving and face serious debt. Beyond money, it also affects mental health and leading to stress and emotional depression. So, impulsive buying is threat to long-term financial security of young people.
For the summary of SID's previous research, which is our literature review, first about the theoretical drivers and psychological triggers. For the context of the digital generation, millennials and Gen Z face unique pressure from rising living costs and constant engagement with digital financial services. Doom spending phenomena. A critical behavior where young people use impulsive buying as a coping mechanism for emotional distress, anxiety, and economic uncertainty. For our theoretical frameworks, first is stimulation values. The desire for excitement and novelty acts as a primary catalyst for impulsive buying. Next is money attitudes mask, using money to seek power, prestige, or alleviate anxiety, drive compulsive behavior through materialism. Next is social comparison theory. Curated, idealized social media content triggers compensatory consumption to reduce feeling of inadequacy. The literacy behavior gap. Financial IQ is often insufficient to curb behavior when emotional triggers are present. Young people frequently fall victim to present bias. Literature review for the second is budgeting impact and solution. So the budgeting impact is first the technology paradox. There is e-wallets and buy now pay later (BNPL) schemes create an illusion of liquidity, increasing spending frequency. The benefit: these tools also provide real-time tracking and analytics that can improve management if used with high digital literacy. The budgeting impact set for the second one is disruption of financial stability. Spontaneous purchases lead directly to budget constraint, debt, and rising yields bankruptcy rates. For the key recommendation, firstly is holistic educations. Move beyond simple math to include emotional regulation and digital media literacy in curriculum. Next, proactive planning. Implement discipline-based habits such as meal planning, comparison shopping, and setting aside emergency funds. For the third point is technological guardrails. Utilize spending limits, alerts, nudge, and commitment tools within banking apps to realign behavior with long-term goals.
Firstly, psychological factors play an important role in shaping spending behavior. Several studies show that attitudes towards money strongly influence how individuals spend. Students who view money as a symbol of status, power, and prestige are more likely to engage in impulsive and uncontrolled purchasing. This attitude is closely related to materialistic values, where happiness and success are measured through owning expensive goods. For the addition, recent studies have identified a phenomenon known as doom spending, where individuals spend money to cope with emotional stress and uncertainty about the future. This behavior is especially common among Generation Gen Z, who use spending as a way to reduce anxiety. Next, social media has been identified as one of the most influential factors affecting spending behavior. Continuous exposure to influencers, digital advertisement, and online trends increase the tendency towards impulsive purchases. Many students feel pressure to conform to social norms and lifestyle display on social media, which creates fear of missing out or FOMO. As a result, social media not only increases the desire to buy but also creates false need and encourages the display of fake luxury, which can negatively affect the self-esteem. Another important factor is the role of a digital payment technology, particularly e-wallets. Most studies in the digital context show that the use of e-wallets is positively associated with the increasing spending. The ease, speed, and cashless nature of the e-wallet payments reduce the awareness of how much money is being spent, a situation known as the reduced pain of paying. This encourages spontaneous and unplanned purchases, especially in online shopping environments, and makes it more difficult for students to control their spending. Lastly, financial literacy is often considered important. Findings from previous studies show inconsistent results, and some studies found no significant relationship between financial knowledge and spending behavior. This suggests that financial knowledge alone is not enough to control spending without self-control and emotional awareness. In digital environments influenced by social media and easy payment system, emotional and social factors appear to be more dominant. For the conclusion, the findings from the 6 studies show that students' spending behavior is influenced by a combination of psychological factors, social media exposure, digital payment technology, and emotional pressure. Therefore, effectively financial management among young generations require not only financial knowledge, but also strong emotional and behavioral control.
For the discussion section, the findings show that impulsive spending has a significant impact on individual finance and long-term financial well-being. When spending is done without proper planning, it often leads to budget failure and imbalance between income and expenses, increased dependency on debt, and higher financial stress. Poor spending habits developed at a young age may continue into adulthood. This situation can affect household financial stability and, in the long run, contribute to weaker national financial resilience. From an Islamic financial planning perspective, impulsive spending contradicts key principles such as wasatiyah or moderation amanah in managing wealth and prioritizing need over want. Therefore, controlling spending behavior is important to ensure ethical and responsible financial management. In terms of theory comparison, the findings support behavioral finance theory, which explain that financial decisions are strongly influenced by emotion and psychological factors rather than purely rational thinking. Moving on the challenge and trend, social media plays a major role in creating pressure to follow luxury lifestyle and certain social image. In addition, the widespread use of cashless payment and e-wallet encourage impulsive and emotional spending as individuals become less aware of their actual spending. Doom spending is also closely linked to emotional stress and uncertainty about the future. Although financial knowledge is important, these studies show that it is not sufficient on its own. Self-control and emotional awareness are equally necessary. Finally, this study highlights opportunity to strengthen holistic financial education by using digital platforms to promote responsible spending and long-term financial well-being.
Lastly, we look at the recommendation to help young people reduce impulsive spending and improve budgeting. First, improve financial literacy. Young people should learn basic budgeting, money management, and how to control their emotions when spending. Real-life examples like e-wallet, BNPL, and social media influence make the lesson easier to understand. Second, control digital payment. While digital payments are convenient, they can lead to overspending. Setting spending limits, tracking expenses, and using financial apps can help manage money effectively. Third, be aware of social media influence. Not everything shared online reflects reality, and comparing lifestyles can trigger impulsive spending. Young people should learn to be critical and avoid following unnecessary trends. Fourth, practice daily budgeting. When essential, expenses first, record daily spending, and maintain emergency savings. These habits encourage discipline and awareness in money management. Finally, financial agencies like BNM and AKPK play an important role. Interactive program and youth-friendly approach can teach financial responsibility and promote good financial habits. In short, addressing impulsive spending requires education, awareness, and daily practice. This step can help young people become more disciplined and financially responsible.
In conclusion, the evolution of financial technology and e-commerce platform has transformed traditional spending norm into the more digital lifestyle among the younger generation in Malaysia. Although digital payment system provide the convenience to the people, they make them more prone to unplanned spending. The main cause of unplanned spending is lack of financial literacy that encourage young people to prioritize self-satisfaction over long-term self-stability. Furthermore, more dominant factor of impulsive buying is due to psychological factor and social influence. And also, phenomena of down spending and buy now pay later also one of a factor. That's a factor. People are less disciplined in financial management and increase the rate of bankruptcy of their young age group. Failure to control impulsive spending not only damages self-esteem and mental health, but also have negative implications for the country's macroeconomic stability through an increase in youth bankruptcy rates. Therefore, the synergy between individual awareness, holistic financial education, support from relevant agencies is critical to form a more resilient and responsible young community in managing financial trust. That's all from our group. Thank you.